Hello everyone, today's video is going to be a 3 looks 1 palette with the Cosmic Beauty, Cosmic Brushes, Cosmic something, 'Tis the Season palette. This was their Christmas release for 2024. This personal look is look number 3, which I do on camera with you guys. The first 2 looks I did a sped up version earlier this week. This is the color story. To me, this is not a Christmas, like it doesn't scream Christmas like some other Christmas palettes can do. This just looks like a beautiful palette that I could use on a daily basis. You have 1 row of greens, 1 row of neutrals, purples, and like a pink red color. A lot of people on this platform decided to do 1 look per row. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to switch it up a little bit and play with things in all the rows. Also in this collection, there was 2 blushes and 2 lipsticks. The 2 blushes is Nutmeg and Mary. Nutmeg is more of a brown tone, and I used this in look number 1. And then Mary is, I would say, a peachy pinky color, and I'm wearing that today, but also used it in my second look. I'm also going to go through the other parts in this collection to show you guys everything, because I do have the whole collection. I got it for Christmas. I really enjoy these blushes. They are cream blushes, so they're not powder. I think they go on extremely well, and I also think they last all day. They truly last all day. I do not put anything on top of them. I don't put translucent powder. I don't put another blush. I am very, very impressed with this cream blush formula. My only complaint is that it's kind of difficult to tell which one is which. They are both the shiny gold packaging, and then on the back, it's just a white label. What I do enjoy is the names are pretty distinct. So like Nutmeg is obviously going to be the brown one, and Mary is definitely the brighter one. That philosophy also kind of goes with the lipsticks. There is 2 lipsticks in this collection. I am wearing 1 today, and I'm wearing the more neutral one in look number 1. This also has the same thing. It's all gold packaging, and the color on the bottom is just a white label. I am gonna put up swatches of these, but one is definitely a very warm tone nude and the other one is a red shade. I am wearing the red one today. I don't wear red lipstick very often. Now that you saw the swatches of the palette, the swatches of the blushes and the lipsticks, I wanted to get into the formula of Cosmic Brushes or Cosmic Beauty. Does it even specify? Put my videos up here so you can see them better. But this palette does have some staining. I got some staining on my second look. To me, that doesn't bother me. Some of these are not safe for the eye area. They are pressed pigments. Please be careful if your eyes are sensitive, you have sensitive skin. I personally don't have an issue, but there has been some staining, and I did have quite a bit of staining on my arm. I can still see it after a couple of days. The stain lasts quite a bit, and I feel like that is prominent in the purples and like the mulled wine shade. These blend incredibly well. I did not have any issues with blending. The only issue I may have had were with the purples on the second look. Overall, they blended just fine. I don't have any issues with them. There's been some shades that had some fallout. You guys know that doesn't bother me unless I can't swipe it away. These I could easily swipe and I didn't have an issue. I really enjoyed the color story of this palette as well. I have a love-hate relationship when palettes have their shades in a specific format. Sometimes I feel creatively challenged when I am forced to see distinct color stories. I think the way this is laid out definitely is laid out in a way that benefits someone who may have struggled with making up color stories. You have 4 distinct color stories and you can use each 5 shades in a look and call it a day. Or like myself, every single look I did, I played around with the palette. I switched it up a little bit. I did not feel creatively challenged with this palette. My favorite look was the first look. My second favorite look was the second look. I am so excited to keep playing with this palette and to making more looks, but I really wanted to get this 3 looks 1 palette video out for you guys. In my opinion, I think there is one duochrome, which is that cranberry shade, which I do have on my lids today in the third look. These other shades do have a lot of punch. They're very shiny colors. I really enjoy the shimmers that are in this formula. I did not experience any creasing with these. I do use a glitter primer with all my shimmers, except for today I just used concealer for the cut crease. The mattes, like I said, blended beautifully. They had really good pigment and payoff. I did not have any issues with them. And overall, I am very impressed with this palette. I do have a second Cosmic Beauties palette and I cannot wait to play with that one and create some fun looks. It is a totally different color story than the one that is in front of me. I like the size. The price I think is relatively good. Overall, I really enjoy this collection. It does scream Christmas without being one of those Christmassy palettes that you can't use all year round. Like some of them, it really feels like you can only use it in December. I really enjoy both of the blushes. The blush colors are really pretty. They both look really nice on the skin. They last all day. I do not have a problem with these whatsoever. My only complaint is packaging, how I can't really tell which is which. Also applies to lipsticks. I really enjoy the lipstick shades. I am not a big red lipstick wearer, but I'm wearing it for this look today, and I do wear it on occasion. I hope you guys enjoy look number 1 and look number 2. Now we will get on to look number 3. My goal today is to do a very intense, intricate Christmassy look. My main focus is going to be this red shade called Cranberries. Cranberries shifts to a red, to a green. Like, it definitely shows in my point of view. I don't understand why it's not showing in the camera. I wanted to go with a pretty intense look, so I do have tape on. I don't have any base makeup on. And this cranberry shade, ooh, there you go. This cranberry shade shifts to green, to red. And I think this is really the only like super shifty shade in this palette. I'm gonna start off with this light green shade, build up the crease, and I'm going to go kind of higher up because this is going to be a cut crease look. I already filmed my other 2 looks and I've been really enjoying this palette. I don't really want to get into the review portion because myself, after I film this part, will film the intro and will also film the review part. But I really wanted to do something intricate. I also got water activated liners, so I really want to try those out. So that's a nice little base. I'm gonna go in the shade Garland here. I've seen a lot of videos where they're doing, I'm gonna go back into Mistletoe to blend that out. But I've seen a lot of videos where they're doing a look per row. And I don't know, I didn't want to do that. All of my looks have kind of jumbled it around, which is how I use my palettes anyway. I'm really liking how these greens blend together. I'm gonna go into Holly. I can't tell if it's a really dark green or a black, but I'm just gonna put that in this outer little bit. The thing is with tape, I used to use tape all the time. You can kind of be messy with it because this bit isn't going to be there when I take the tape off. If you are new to eyeshadow and you want that really harsh edge, I definitely recommend you use tape. I used tape for years. I'm going in with Garland, kind of going over that. I don't know, I just blend till I like my result. It is pretty intense for what I usually go with. but it's Saturday and I wanted to play with eyeshadow today. And I wanted to do one extreme look with this palette. I wanted to do one. Okay, so we have just a lot of real estate there on the lid. Do I want to do like an actual cut crease? What I used to do is I used to do that like blink method. But I kind of just go a little bit above my natural crease because I mean I think everyone's lids are just partially hooded. It's gonna travel up there anyway. And then the worst part is trying to make them even. We're gonna go in with that red shade. I'm super scared how it's gonna pan out. It's a super dark shade. I'm gonna use the same brush. Maybe not use the same brush. It's not laying very well with this very ultra flat type of brush. I'm going with this fluffier one. I feel like it just looks dark until you move your head around and then you see the red. I'm sure this is one of those colors that I probably wouldn't wear too often. When Vann did her, which I watched that video last night, did her video kind of like first impressions, she used the cranberry shade. And she used it more as an outer corner type of color. I'm gonna see if I can put some of the Celebrate shade on that inner lid. I wish I had a very small fluffy brush. I feel like these pick up better on the small fluffy brushes. I'm gonna go back in with that Holly, deepen this part up. Maybe if I put a red or something in the crease, it'll look better. I don't know, I'm gonna be wearing this like most of the day. This is the red shade. Do you see any green shifts? Should I go in with this reddish color? I'll do this part off camera because I feel like this will take me pretty much some time, but I just want to do a line here. Do I want to do a white to a red? I don't know. I'll figure it out and I'll be back. A little scary looking. This is what I got going on. I probably only should have used the white, but it is what it is, and what is done is done. I also pulled in pink on the lower lash line thinking it would pull in the pink liner. Not gonna lie, not my favorite look. But I wanted to play with my liners, and I've never used a water activated liner before, so you know, you win some, you lose some. I did put some of my Lorac highlighter in the inner corner to brighten that up a little bit. All I have left is my lips and my cheeks. In this collection, I have Nutmeg and Mary. I'll probably go with Mary just because it's more pink. I used Nutmeg in the first one. We'll just put on Mary, and then for shiggles, I will do the red lips. Is that blush blended out to its entirety? Like, I feel like I had a good plan for the eyes. It's just, it wasn't executed very well. And they don't always have to execute very well. Santa Baby is the red lipstick color. Look at that. This is the red lipstick shade. I don't know if it pulls it all together, makes it look a little less crazy, or if it just adds to the craziness. Let me know in the comments. Again, not my best look. I definitely should have done different liner. I don't think it would look as bad if I didn't add the liner. And I have none on my teeth, I hope. Who still does that? Was it Jenna Marbles who did that? Who did that? Where they put their finger in their mouth to get rid of the potential ring that would get on your teeth? But this is the last and final look. I am sorry I did not do it justice. But you win some, you lose some, you know what I mean? It's makeup, it washes off. It doesn't really matter. If you enjoy 3 looks, 1 palette videos, I do have an entire playlist for multiple looks, 1 palette. I am so excited that I got to try Cosmic brushes this year. And I just love that they made a Christmas palette, but it doesn't necessarily scream Christmas. I can use this all year round. I really did a Christmas look today. The first 2 looks were not Christmassy, like, at all. I really enjoy the color story. I really enjoy the formula overall. So if you enjoy this content, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please comment down below what was your favorite look. I think personally my favorite look was the first one I did, that peachy, pinky, more everyday-esque color. But I love and appreciate all of you guys, and I shall see you guys next time.